I love my football, but let's shift gears to the NBA. Yesterday on the Game Recognized Game podcast with Myles and Stewie, Bucks center's Myles Turner made some eye-opening comments about the lack of discipline under Doc Rivers in Milwaukee, specifically singling out Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's take a listen.
Doc Rivers, he didn't find anybody, ever. So guys were late all the time. Guys were, showing up to film whenever they wanted to show up. Guys were missing meetings. It was one of the craziest things I personally ever experienced. But any other team I've been on, guys got fined. And there was a sense of order and a sense of understanding. So yeah, you're late to the plane, fine. You're late to treatment, fine. You're late to film, fine. But I personally did not experience that last year for the first time in my career. So we'll see what Taylor Jenkins does, our new coach.
So who's the teammate that's most likely to be late? Well, all of yours, obviously, because nobody gets fined.
Yeah, bro. We literally, if the plane took off at 2 o'clock, we weren't leaving until 4:30. I'm being so serious, bro. It was crazy, dog. Guys were an hour late to the plane. It got to the point where I knew not to show up until like an hour after they said the plane was taking off. It was crazy. But anyways, that's easy. Giannis is going to show up whenever he wants, really, I think that's kind of just came with the territory.
First off, when Myles Turner sits down on this podcast, there's a level of looseness that comes with this very relaxed medium and form, but there's also a level of decorum that you owe to your teammates. I get that Doc Rivers is no longer the coach, and if you want to talk about some of the things that were loose under his tenure or while he was coaching, then I believe that you should do that. But Giannis is still your teammate. Giannis is still someone you're supposed to have some level of brotherhood with. And some of the things that happen in the locker room need to stay in the locker room. But let's move it forward to the NBA culture. NBA culture is different. 2 weeks before the Orlando Magic replaced their coach, I was already told that no matter when they lost, he would no longer be the coach. And it was because their star player didn't like him. That's what the NBA is about. These max contracts, when you can make over $300 million, when one player that plays both sides of the court can affect the team's championship opportunities in such a major way, they also get to make some of the calls. But the problem is the rest of the culture of the locker room. If Giannis Antetokounmpo is late, not only do the coaches need to hold him accountable, but the players do. And if I'm Myles Turner, I don't show up an hour later because I know the flight's not going to leave. I show up on time. I show up early because I want to set the example that no matter what our star player does, that no matter what the other players on the team do, I'm going to hold myself to a level of accountability and a level of discipline that is championship level, the same way I did under Rick Carlisle. Because the thing for me was, you didn't have to find me to be early. You didn't have to find me to be on time, to make it to film, to make it to the plane, because I respected myself enough and what my job was. I respected my teammates enough and what their job was. I respected my coaches enough and what their job was, and what we were all collectively trying to do to be accountable to myself and to them and to winning a championship. Basketball definitely has a culture problem. Basketball also has a star problem, which can be good and bad. When your star shows up on time, when he's all the way bought in, so is everybody else. But when he isn't, you can't let it slip. And some of these things you can't let slip on podcasts either.
Ooh, Joe, I couldn't wait on this. Myles Turner, he peeled back another layer of Milwaukee's tumultuous 2025-26 season on the Game Recognized Game podcast. Turner says Doc didn't find anybody this season despite repeated tardiness, and Giannis was most likely the Bucks players to be late. Let's take a listen to what Myles Turner had to say.
We get fined for all types of stuff now. You guys get fined a lot?
It depends on the coach. So Doc Rivers, he didn't find anybody. Guys were late all the time. Guys were, showing up to film whenever they wanted to show up. Guys were missing meetings. It was one of the craziest things I personally ever experienced. We literally, if the plane took off at 2 o'clock, we weren't leaving until 4:30. I'm being so serious, bro. It was crazy, dog. Guys were an hour late to the plane. It got to the point where I knew not to show up until like an hour it was taking off. It was crazy. So
who's the teammate that's most likely to be late? Well, all of yours, obviously, because nobody gets fined.
Giannis is going to show up whenever he wants, really, I think that's kind of just came with the territory that. And once I kind of saw what was going down, I was like, hey, man, more power to you. They ain't going to find you. Just do what you do. Right. Except when we were going to Dallas. That's when I was like, all right, come on.
Right now, we're getting fined for Missed free throw box outs.
Honestly, that's a good one. I'm not mad at that. I'm actually not mad at that at all.
Well, we're a little bit mad about it. Because it's like, all right, well, what if the ball goes out of bounds? There's no possession. What if, like, there's always caveats to it. Yeah, bad bounce.
Hey, stuff like that's supposed to stay in-house.
Hold on. Oh, before you go, Ocho and Joe, they have since deleted this video.
I mean, I would.
No, Ocho. You ever been to court,
Too late.
Ocho?
Oh yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me, Unc.
Somebody might, a lawyer might ask a question, and one of the lawyer, the defense or prosecution says objection, and the judge says sustain.
Yeah.
How do you make the jury unhear what they heard?
Too late.
So whether he sustained, now the defendant is not supposed to whomever they're not supposed to take that into consideration. Jury, whatever you just heard, disregard it. Pretend you didn't hear it. I heard what he said. I saw the video. The man said Giannis was most likely to be late. He said they were showing up an hour plus late. He's the leader of your team.
Your team.
He cannot be late.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Ocho.
Now, listen, you're right, and I'm with you when you're right, Unc. I'm not saying what Giannis is doing is okay, but I'm saying the things that go on in locker rooms, the things that go on team functions and stuff like that, that always stays in house.
Well, he gone, so I would tell it.
Oh yeah.
You know how it is when you get to the boy, Ocho, when you break up. What the girl say?
Yeah.
You ain't had no meat. You wasn't doing nothing anyway. They say all the things.
Yeah.
Right.
They do that, but you rarely hear this from players, very rarely. But all of a sudden now, during this era that we're in now, where everyone has a voice, everyone has a platform, you have podcasts and stuff like that. Everyone likes to tell some of the things that are always kept in house.
Hey,
you know.
And when you think about it, this Myles Turner, it was his first year in Milwaukee.
Okay.
So listen, that probably had a lot to do why Doc resigned. Because listen, if the animals running the zoo, fellas, how the hell we gonna keep how we gonna keep everything in order?
Hey Joe, that's a good one, boy. If the what?
The animals running the zoo.
Ooh, that's a bar. That's a bar,
The animals
Joe.
run the zoo, meaning I come and go when I please. I don't get police. I don't get no repercussions. Ain't no fines. Man, you 2 hours late to the damn plane. What?
Hey, Unc, you know why they able to do that? What kind of money NBA players got?
Money.
Nah, that FU money.
They got that FU money. They do what they play. Hey, Unc, can you imagine if we were late to a plane on an NFL game?
Quick after they take your money.
Hey, listen, Joe, not only are they gonna leave us, we got to get our own flight going to wherever we going, wherever we playing. As a matter of fact, not only that, Joe, we probably won't start.
Okay, Ocho. Normally, your ass get left. I don't care who you are. I done seen the star players get left, bro. And yes, you have to book your own flight and you have to meet us there. I'm telling you, that ain't normal, bro. That's not normal.
That's the behavior of a guy that says, F y'all. I don't want to be here.
I'm ready to go.
And I'm going to show you how much I don't want to be here because I'm going to come when I want to. I'm telling you what's happening. This is a guy I'm showing you. Now, what I'm telling the media, I want to be here. I love it in Milwaukee, my home, yada, yada, yada. But what he's showing the team and the higher-ups, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I can't make it any more abundantly clear than